Hello and welcome to Pride of South London Fan TV. Ali here, nearly home from a fantastic night at Selhurst Park. 3 wins in a row, and Glasgow's already declared, let's go for 4 wins in a row at Fulham. What is going on? Will Hughes is reborn. Hallelujah, praise be to Glasgow. Apparently the Newcastle players are still out there rolling around on the floor and surrounding the ref. Anthony Gordon, if he can play for England, so can my Palace gnome. But that's enough of Newcastle. Let's talk about Palace again. Through all the usual features, let's start with Glasgow's rating. I'll give him a 9. Big decision, obviously, leaving Elise on the bench, but the sensible one, given how much he's been blighted by injuries this season. And he was always going to be a great outlet in the second half. And hopefully he will be starting at the weekend against Fulham. Jordan Ayew came in and did what Jordan Ayew does. You know, he pressed really well in high positions. I thought he was having more shots at goal from outside the box. And I wonder if that's a new directive from Glasgow. Harsh yellow card on him. The ref, you know... seemed like a lot of the 50-50s were going to Newcastle, and Jordan Ayew's yellow card, it was like one of those ones where you're like, okay, it's a foul, give him a warning and a caution, and the next one's a yellow. But no, he was pretty trigger happy on the cards against us in the first half, and we played pretty much like we did against West Ham, so intense in the pressing off the ball. Our passing was crisp, the movement was fast, 1 touches, 2 touches, some of the relationships being developed. Wharton and Hughes at times playing close together and dictating play. And I thought Richards as well had a really good game at the back. A couple of times where Isaac got free and Gordon got free, but not very often. But I saw him and Richards and Anderson having a chat, and they sorted it out pretty quickly. And that was the thing. Like, similar to the West Ham game, the Newcastle players were just looking around, looking a bit baffled, like, we are right in a match here. What is this game? Like, this team that we're playing are absolutely relentless, because every time they were on the ball, we had 2 or 3 players around them, and the system allows for that. The only caveat was we go in 0-0 at half time, and you're sort of wondering, really, is this, you know, are Newcastle going to come out and make us pay, and come out and regroup? But the thing is, the way we're playing gives you a sort of sense of belief in this team, like that whatever's thrown at us we can compete with. And sure enough, we come out second half and we go in the lead thanks to Mateta, who again played absolutely brilliantly. Like, link up play so much better, his finishing in the last few games has just been exquisite. And we go 1-0 up, and at that point you're thinking, brilliant, you know, another 3 points. But we did sort of have that period. The only thing I would say, as good as Will Hughes was, he did drop off a bit in sort of he looked knackered in the last 20 minutes, absolutely knackered, to be honest. I know he then went on to have a really good contribution to the second goal, but for me, what's scary is we can strengthen further once Decore and Lerma are back. When it gets to 70 and our central midfielders like Wharton or Hughes are knackered, we can bring that level of quality on. But Gyro came on again and did a job. But what's going to be interesting is, again, I said after the West Ham game that I did a poll on social media about Nathaniel Klein, and fans voting for him to be released. Well, I said I wonder if we'd do that again. Well, what about Will Hughes? Because fans voted for him to be released. I think now it would be renew. And what's interesting about Will Hughes is the guy had so much pedigree, you know, as a young lad. Left-sided central midfielder. And he's only 29. And Glasgow seems to be getting the very best out of him. Just totally revitalised. I said it in the last game, it's the barometer is people like him. These guys are rejuvenated under Glasgow. But yeah, another win, 2-0. Yeah, I mean, man of the match for me. I'm going to go as I said, Richards had a good game. It's hard not to go with Mateta. Feel quite harsh not going with Mateta, to be honest. But I've got to go Will Hughes. I mean, Southgate, if you're watching, mate, Walton and Hughes at the centre midfield for England in the Euros. Totally different player, Will Hughes. I mean, a few weeks ago, he was a bit of a scapegoat for the fans. But everything has changed in these last few weeks. The red and blue heart of South London is well and truly beating again. All four sides of the ground absolutely bouncing at the end. Women's team thriving, academies team thriving. What a difference a few months makes. Let's see if we can get that 4 in a row at the weekend. Then I'm going to be going to the game at Fulham. Look out for a review of that and some crowd shots of tonight. And that going to be going on a boat as well before the game. So I'll try and get some footage of that as well. But what a night. What a night. Had the ref on the side, all that money on the side. You still can't beat Glasner. That's now Jurgen Klopp, David Moyes and Eddie Howe. You are the peoples. Glasner is the teacher. See you on Saturday. Let's hope we're feeling Glasner all over again.